I wanted to know whether or not this is me forever. Am I going to be an addict for the rest of my life? Is there anything I can do to stop that?
I'm terrified of relapsing again. The thought of it is constantly in my head.
Hi, my name's Matt Willis, and I've made a documentary about addiction.
After one of our shows, someone offered me a line of coke, and I was like, oh, cocaine wasn't a problem for me. Alcohol was my downfall. Within a month, I was doing 6 grams, bang, 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 on my own every fucking day.
I went into this documentary process wanting answers. You know, I wanted to know why certain people are addicts and certain people aren't addicts. I wanted the definitive answer. What I found was that I don't think I'll ever be truly recovered from this, you know, but being in a constant state of recovery works.
Everything I do on a daily basis is to kind of try and make myself not that guy.
I think I went into this kind of going that I had to kind of go all the way and really kind of open up as much as I could, which is hard to watch, and it was hard to kind of be a part of, really, because a lot of stuff I haven't looked at for a long time.
I suppose when you see it written down on paper, you realise how bad he was. There were so many ways that he hid things. I was so scared he would die.
Really hard for me to watch certain moments because I wasn't there when she filmed them. It was heartbreaking seeing what she was internally going through, and even now, you know, like, it's still raw.
It's a destroyer of families.
And life.
And life.
I think my relationship with my wife is dramatically better. You know, she's really honest with me, you know, and she always has been. But I think she's been scared to touch certain subjects because she's worried how I react. Whereas now if anything's going on, we say, what's this? You know, and she'll, mostly from her, you know, but like, and I need that. And I don't think bad of her for doing that. I think that's amazing that she cares enough to be able to ask those difficult questions.
Do you think there's any of that person that still messes with your head now?
All the time.
I never woke up one day and said, I want to be a drug addict. You know, something that happened to me over time, and then I couldn't stop. And then it took me by surprise and happened to me all over again. And that terrifies me. I want people to be able to reach out. I want people to be able to talk about it more. I want people to be able to offer help in a better way.
When I relapsed about 5 years ago now, I was so ashamed of it. I couldn't believe I'd done it.
There's a stigma attached to addiction, which is really negative towards the addict. And I wanted to kind of break that stigma down and go, what is this? You know, what are we blaming these people for? What is actually at the root cause of this? And how can we look at it with a more empathetic eye?
It's interesting when I think about what I was searching for when I came in here. I just wanted to be at the end of the aisle for Emma to walk down and not let her down.
I really hope that this opens up a dialogue about addiction and especially the effect it has on families. It's a family problem. You know, it's not necessarily just about the addict, it's about the people that love them.
It's fascinating to hear kind of everyone's different relationship with somebody who struggles with addiction. Because when I hear you guys speak, I can absolutely relate.
I think there's always the question, does addiction cause mental health illness? Or does mental health illness cause addiction? I don't care what the answer is. You know, I know that they both go hand in hand. You know, I had serious mental health issues when I was in active addiction, and I possibly had them before that and used something to self-medicate myself with. I can't remember. You know, like, I can't think back to those times and think, was I sad? I don't really remember. All I remember is drinking drugs. I think the more we hide our issues, the more we try to mask them behind this everything's awesome, look at me kind of thing, the less we can ever really address them. And I think it's important to be able to say you're not okay when you're not. You know, I think it's really important. And the more people that can say that, I think the more people we're going to be able to help. I don't think about drinking or taking drugs anymore, but I know that I have to do certain things to make it that way. And that's okay, because the alternative is not okay.
I'm grateful for, 1, kids coming home from drama camp. 2, my plants in my studio not dying. 3, Trixie being so happy last night that her brother and sister were home. I feel a bit embarrassed saying this, but this is something I always end it with. I'm not my thoughts. I'm worthy of love. I am enough.